We surfing markets, baby, waves crashing hard. No crystal ball, just toss, we dodging the shards. Ocean's the game, we traders riding the swell. Wait for the trading, now you have the intel.
Let's go! Markets in ocean, we waiting through the chop. Candlesticks dancing, we watching where it stops. Bull waves rising, bears pulling it back. For Binachi levels, yeah, waiting to react. Fake gurus say they know what will happen only after the fact. If it was true, we'd all stack racks. Probabilities king, we playing the odds. They barnacle slowing down, new traders just start the pods. Stop loss tight, risk management is key. Successful traders learn the hard way, now have the highest degree.
You can't control the wave.
Ooh, let the waves roll, let the market flow. Wait for the trade, don't FOMO, ride the wave. Feel the ocean's momentum, we wait. Wild traders jumping quick, let them move, let it come to you, the setup's true. Patience is power, now the trade breaks through. Ride the wave, watch the trend, now we add into our dividends.
You can't control the wave.
Crypto's a tsunami, it's wild, it's raw. Trading can be like a puzzle, 10,000 piece jigsaw. FOMO's a siren, trying to make us go deaf. But we stay patient, taking a deep breath.
Charts our compass, price action our guide. Crossing the signals, we prepping to ride. No wave, no trade, we chilling on shore. Read each portfolios like stepping on a claymore. Bulls get cocky, bears cry in the rain. Emotional roller coaster, but we gripping the chain. Wait for the trade to ride the wave, no stress. We learning every day, that's how we finesse.
You can't control the wave.
Ooh, let the waves roll, let the market flow. Wait for the trade, don't FOMO, ride the wave. Feel the ocean's momentum, we wait. Wild traders jumping quick, let them move, let it come to you, the setup's true. Patience is power, now the trade breaks through. Ride the wave, watch the trend, now we add into our dividends.
You can't control the wave.
Ocean don't care about your bags or your dreams. Waves keep crashing, gotta ride with our team.
Be patient, let the market decide. Wait for the trade, let it go.
If traders knew what will happen, we'd all be rich. But we serve probabilities, they be giving a sales pitch.
If traders knew what will happen, we'd all be rich. But we serve probabilities, they be giving a sales pitch.
Probabilities king, we playing the odds. Fake gurus be barnacles, just start the pods. Slowing down, new traders watching their portfolio concave. We only have probabilities, you can't control the waves.
That's right, guys. We don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is react. If we knew what was going to happen, we'd all be rich. While all these other fake gurus, they be doing a sales pitch every single day. So let's go and get started in 3, 2, and 1. A bingo bango. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time is your time. It's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the complicated, boring terms, pattern memorization. We don't do all these abbreviations to where you're like, what the heck is that? We don't there's so many things that are the same, but a lot of people, they like to rewrap it into a shiny new bow and bells and whistles and call it a different name. So you're like, oh my gosh, what is that? Is that new? Is that an indicator? No, it's the same thing. It's just they like to do that. So let's go and get started, guys. Let's get started. We're looking at Bitcoin. Well, I tell you what, let us look at crypto bubbles. Let's do crypto bubbles. Let's go on the daily first. What are we seeing on the daily? We have some coins that are up, some that are down. So which way is the market going to go? Is it going to go up or down? Well, that's why we trade level by level. Let me know if the music's too loud in the background. You should be able to hear it, but it shouldn't be overpowering my voice. And I don't think it is. If you think it is, please take off your headphones, please. All right, so we do have on the hourly some green, some red. Again, kind of a mix and match. Let's come over here to the fear and greed index. We did this earlier today. This currently is a bonus stream, so make sure the notification bell is on. I do stream Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. Then, of course, we do bonus streams. Sometimes those bonus streams are midnight, sometimes 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 7 in the evening. So it just varies. So make sure the notification bell's on. But if I do go and do a bonus stream, usually it's around 12, maybe 1. So just kind of give you a heads up on that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let us look at the fear and greed index on crypto. Right now it is at 62. Good Lord. It's up 10 points. That is way higher than I thought it was going to be. Bitcoin right now hasn't come down yet. Notice I said that word, those words, yet. Hasn't come down yet. And I guess it's putting a lot of greed in the market right now. Some coins are going up. We are in some active trades. For the VIP group, we do have some longs and I think like 2, maybe 3 shorts. And right now we're pretty much in green on everything, shorts and longs. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go to the liquidations heat map. Let's go and refresh this page. And what we're going to do is look at the 24-hour time frame. Right now, we do have some liquidations on the top, 52.74 million, right at 106.595. And we have some right down here, about 50.18 million at 104.491. What does this mean? Is it going to go up or down? I mean, it's pretty much neck and neck. Well, let's look at the 12-hour time frame, and let's go ahead and check this out. Ooh, man, look at this. Lots of heat right here. Lots of heat right here. Question is, like, do we go long? Do we go short? Well, here's the thing. This is why we trade level by level. Price cannot go up here unless it breaks this level. It's impossible. Price cannot come down here unless it breaks this level, which is like really close. But again, we never know. We never know what's going to happen until after the fact. And it is so funny. All these mentors, they love spending 15, 20 minutes on what already happened, what levels were hit, what fib levels were tapped and everything else. But they never, in my opinion, they never spend so much time on what might happen, only on what has already happened. That's what I call a replay millionaire, a hindsight hustler. We don't do that here. We focus on how we can make money, not how we could have made money. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. So let's look at the liquidation. Who is getting liquidated on the 1 hour time frame? Neck and neck, neck and neck. On the 4 hour, pretty much same thing, neck and neck. 12 hour, the shorts kind of got wrecked, and this is telling me that coins have started going up, or Bitcoin has started going up last 12 hours. 24 hours, the shorts got wrecked. This shows me that price on Bitcoin went up. Well, let's find out. Let's go ahead and take off the bubbles. Let's go over here to this. And sure enough, you know, price has been going up for the past day. Now, in my opinion, I think we are overdue for shorts. That's just what I think. Price did come up, and when it came up, man, look at this straight up. This is not good. We want to see up, down, up, down, up. This is what we want to see. We don't want to see a dump, and then after that, we don't want to see a pump. Because of this, I'm leaning towards a short on Bitcoin, and I'm actually in a short. I'll go over that in just a moment. But when the price was coming down here, I'm looking for potentially a rollover to at least 38%, maybe 50% of this move. Didn't happen. I think this is like 23.8% that it moved down. Let's go ahead and look. Make sure our magnet tool is on. Go from the absolute low, which includes the wick, to about here. Yep, 23.6 or 0.236. Went to this level, started balancing on this, and then I'm thinking, okay, it's losing strength, potentially rolling over. Nope. It went, broke this high. Not good. And if I would have entered a short here, I would have been stopped out. I would put my stop loss about here. Sure enough, it would have stopped me out, but I didn't. And then now it's coming up, making a higher high. Now, look at the, I want y'all to notice this. Here's the high. Then it went right to it. Then here's the high. And then now here's the high. The highs are getting really tiny, really small. So in my opinion, this is leading me to think that maybe we're getting exhausted and we need to potentially roll over. Now for a short, a safer entry, let's go ahead and just mark this out. It's right here. 0 point. The level I'm looking at is 105350. For it to break on the 1 hour time frame, for us to potentially enter short, which would be safer. This is our first step. This will be our second step, and each step it kind of gives us more confidence in the short. Now, if we go to a smaller time frame, we can see that we do have an additional levels. We do have this level right here. It did break it, but then it came back up and lower high, which is good. And I really want, this is our decision point. I really want to see us attacking this level to attack this level. And then finally, we've been looking for this for a long time for it to come down. We got Road Dog in the house. What's up, Road Dog? Of course, I was watching your show. Absolutely love your show. I wasn't so active in the chat because literally for the past whatever time you were doing it, 2.5 hours. I mean, I was just in charts, updating my group and updating all of our stop losses. We entered, I think, 2 more trades today. One was a short, and I believe one was a long. But so for me in the group that I have, I don't like posting 10, 15, 20 charts a day. All that is just a numbers game. You know, what you do is literally you're wrecking your members. So what I do is I post 3, 5 at the max charts. In the past, I want to say, once we did this dump, we weren't in any longs at this time, which was good. I know a lot of groups that got wrecked. A lot of groups got wrecked because right now it's not showing us anything. And, you know, could you be making money on some of these coins? Sure, of course. I tend to go more safe. And again, this all depends on your risk management. I have one group that I basically post charts that I'm looking at. And if you're an aggressive trader, well, you can enter those trades. But for the safer trades, I put them in the official setup group. And we didn't go in any longs or shorts. We were just waiting to see what happens. And we were waiting for a few days, 3, maybe 4 days. Again, not posting any charts, doing updates on the group, doing updates on the market, doing updates on Bitcoin, thought process, the whole 9. Then this happened. It's like, whoa, man, am I glad we weren't in any longs. Could we been in shorts? Sure. You know, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But we were just waiting. We came down here, started coming up. Now, because I'm thinking we're going to get a bounce, I don't know. It could have come up to around this level and then come down, attack this level, go further down, and get wrecked again. But I'll let everybody know right now it's aggressive trading. We're trying to catch the bounce. Sometimes we don't know it's going to be a bounce until more time passes. That's the key, you know, because if we enter right now, it could go up. We look like heroes. We look like geniuses. We can post on X. Look at us. We're the best. Join our group like everybody else. But we don't do that. We know that this high risk. We entered trades, I think 3 trades. And then right before midnight, we entered 1 more just because they were looking so great. And alert after alert were going off on these coins. It's like, all right, let's go. And then, of course, we entered some more. And there are some that are not following Bitcoin that we end up doing shorts. There is, I think, 1 or 2 that is following Bitcoin. And I'm looking for this drawdown. If we get this drawdown, the shorts that we entered, I believe are going to pay off very well. Now, let's look at my setup. So this is my setup. Of course, I posted this in the VIP group. And I just said, you know, this is high risk due to the fact that there's still FOMO in Bitcoin. But in my opinion, I think we're going to come down. And this, I went ahead and did an aggressive entry, and I entered right now. We got flea virus in the house. Sunday is a nice prelude to Plan out for the week. Yep, exactly. So what I do is I actually do live streams, private streams for my group. And I'm talking too much about my group. I'm gonna stop doing that. But I do private streams. And what we do is we just kind of lay out the week of alerts, what we're looking for. And then I love doing this to where we stream every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. It's a bonus stream. And we're looking for these charts and these setups. Now, if you have any coins, anybody who's in here, if you have any coins, let me know. Let's set alerts. And there's a few times where we'll see a trade. It's like, oh man, this is great. Now, I'm going to admit, I'm in too many trades right now. I'm in too many trades. So I hate it. So I do have my stop losses. So hopefully, we can move up our stop losses. Hopefully we can start taking profits, everything else. But if you have any coins you want me to do, let me know. On this channel, if you're new, definitely subscribe, of course, smash the like. But what we do here, unlike any other group, I don't have anything to sell. But you just said you had a group. I do. This group is only if you want access to me. That's it. You want to learn faster? Join the group. But I teach you everything here for free. We do the moving up the stop losses, thought process, videos, all that fun stuff. We do have month to month. If you're interested in that, just let me know. Or if you're just curious of what our group is, trade_intuition on Telegram. I have a welcome video. You can see that video. No sales pressure. Again, I have nothing to sell you. You can learn everything here. Ask me questions. I encourage you to ask questions. For one, it does two things. One, validates that I know what I'm talking about. Ask questions. Two, maybe you already know how to trade. Make sure I know how to trade, validate, make sure to ask me questions. Now, the answers that I give you may not be what you have learned from your mentor, but hopefully you have an open mind, and hopefully what I say, you can absorb it. And now if I ever say anything that is incorrect, I don't block you. I don't silence you. I don't whatever. We can go kind of have a discussion on your thought process on certain things, and then we just kind of go from there. But I don't believe in all that stuff. There's some people, I know there's a lot of people out there that do not like questions. Because what you're doing is you're actually challenging their thought process, and they don't like it. They just want yes people. That's what they want. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Can we do, oh man, I love that one. So let's go ahead and do that. STX, that's the first one on the board. All right, very good. And once again, if you have any questions, let me know. All right. So here's my thought process. I am in a leverage on this 50x, and we'll see if it plays out. If it doesn't, not a problem. I think that it'll push up the longs, which we're in, which is great, and potentially get us stopped out on our shorts. How many shorts do we have? Let me double check. So we just entered a long right now. We're in one short, two shorts, three shorts. We're in three shorts right now, and not including my Bitcoin short. So that's four shorts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. It's a lot. Too many trades. All right, moving on. So this is what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin. This is what I would like to see. To me, this would be healthy for it to retrace and come down here. Let me go ahead and hide this. That way, all right. That's what I think. See, Fleet Virus says, do you hedge your positions? I do sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I get confused. I'm not going to lie. Oh my gosh. I get confused. I let people know that. I get confused. I do love hedging though, but there's times where I'll go, let's say I enter a short and it breaks this level, and let's say my stop loss wasn't here, it was a little bit higher, then I would go long, and then I would have my stop here, and then if it reverses and comes back down, stops me out of my long, my short would continue. So there are times where I do that. What I prefer to do, let's say we're in a coin that's like this, and let's say we entered. So here's my thought process on this. let's say we enter the trade right here, the break of this, and we're coming up really nicely. We start rolling over, and I think it's going to come down here. So let's, for example, I have a 5x here. And the price, it moved up really nice, and I think it's going to come down. So what I'll do, because it's going to be a shorter term play, I think it's going to come down to about here before it bounces up. Potentially, hopefully continuing this if we were going long, and my thought process was for a long here. I'm thinking we might come down just due to Bitcoin, but let's say we were looking for a long. Then what I would do here is I would probably do a 20x starting from, let's say here, looking for this move right here. And once it starts coming up, I'd have my stop loss. I move my stop loss really tight. I get stopped out. I'm in profit here. Then my long continues playing out and I'm in the long. So that's what I do whenever I think that the price may come down to a certain area. There was one, I forgot what BNA, or it was like 3 letters, maybe 4 letters. I forget what it was. There's a coin that I never heard before. And that one, man, we hedged and like, it was great. It was long. We went like this and we broke the level. We were entering long. And then because it went up so much and it was a low market cap coin, I thought we were going to come down to here. And I let the group, and we actually broke the level too. And I let the group know I'm going short. You know, whenever I'm doing where I think it might come down like this and then continue up, because I'm thinking it might come down. If you want to hedge, you can. I'm hedging. I entered a short. It came down here like this, really hard, fast, came up and then continued down. Our long, it got stopped out in profit, really nice profit. And then the short, man, it ran. I forgot how much we made on that one. It was nuts. But I do hedge. I don't hedge a lot though. But if I'm thinking that it's going to be, you know, kind of worth it as far as the retrace, especially if it went up a lot, then I'll do it. Let me go ahead and take this off just so that we don't think we're doing that. There we go. All right, very good. See here. So this is what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin. I think it's going to come down. Let's go to a larger time frame, and then once we're done with Bitcoin, we will go ahead and go with. We'll do this. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame. It's always best to zoom out. Let's go ahead and hide this once again. Okay. So what do I think is going to happen? I think, man, I really think price is going to come down. I think price is going to come down. Take this liquidity. You know what I find so funny? All these mentors that are out here that talk about liquidity, and then the price came down and it swept all this and then some. You know, they're always talking about, oh, you know, it swept this liquidity, this and that. You know, we entered here because of this. We didn't. We entered because it dumped and then it started coming up. But they fail to mention all this other liquidity, or this liquidity, or all this liquidity, or this liquidity. They fail to mention all this because, well, now price went up. And then they're saying, oh, well, it's going to come up for this liquidity. Just to let you know, there's liquidity both places, up and down. So this, again, is why we trade level by level. And you'll see this a lot with a lot of these traders where they'll talk about, oh, well, it didn't surprise me that it came down because we had all this liquidity being built up. And then all this liquidity that it can come for. And it took it. But what about this other stuff that they were talking about earlier, but it never took it. It always went to the upside. So give me a heads up. See here, Road Dog says, I'm playing with a few 100x, whoa, small, $10 trades, $1,000 position, and letting liquidation be the stop loss. Hey, nothing wrong with that. So, and here's another thing too. There's times where I'll do that too. You know, I'll do a 10x leverage or 20x leverage or 100x leverage or whatever it is. And whatever my stop loss was going to be, whether it's $2, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is, I'm letting that be my liquidation. And I just set it. And let's just say my liquidation is $20. What I'll do is I'll put $10 in. And if it comes down, it's like, oh crap, I'm almost going to get liquidated because originally I'm going to do 20. I'll add my other 10 to kind of lower my liquidation. So now I'm in 20. My average entry has been reduced. And then hopefully I don't get liquidated. So that's what I do. See here, trying a degen method safely, hopefully, yeah. But that's what I'll do. I'll do $10. So if my limit is 20, or what I'm willing to lose is 20, I'll do 10 and see how it goes. And if it dumps and I'm almost gonna get liquidated. Now, if my liquidation, let's say, is right here, I'm adding up here. I'm not waiting for it to come close. Oh man, whip is coming down. Whiff is coming down. So let's go ahead and look at whiff really quick. Oh, what's this? I think this was a training I was doing. I don't know. So here, I don't know. Y'all can read that if you like. So whiff is coming down. Okay, not a problem. I think our stop loss is really. I think our stop loss is tight on this one. Let's see here. Let's go 15 minutes. We're gonna look at yours in just a second, guys. So here we went up, down, down. Here, this is my decision point, right around here, right in this box. Are we gonna attack this to attack this, or are we gonna roll over and then come all the way down? So right now we do have our stops in place and everything else. XRP just popped. Uh-oh. See here. Can you look at IMX? Yes, definitely. Any other coins, guys? Let me know. Make sure to smash the like. I greatly appreciate it. IMX. I like high leverage on really small trades. There you go. XRP. Okay. XRP. I like whiff. Yeah, same here. I like turbo too. With turbo, like all these meme coins, and what's so funny, man, like all these great tokens like Link and all these other ones not moving. And meme coin, sure, it moves, but we do not want it to break this level. This level on whiff, we do not want it to break. If it breaks this level, good luck. 0.8531, because then there's a really high chance that we can come for this right here. Whoa, that was aggressive. And this right here. Do I think it'll break this? I hope not. But I really didn't want it to break this level. So let's go and make sure this is official. Go right here. I did not want it to break 0.8766. Did not want that to break. And I'm not sure where our stop loss is. So we're actually in this trade for the VIP group. We're in a long, and I believe we entered it right over here. That's where we entered it. And again, this was on the bounce. We saw it, it broke the level, we entered the trade, doing really nice. Didn't hit our first target yet. And now it's starting to come down. We were watching this level. I have alerts. I'm always with alerts, guys. Like the alerts, they will literally save your butt. They literally will. It'll tell you, well, it'll warn you when to look to potentially add to a position. It'll warn you to potentially sell half of your position, depending on your thought process on the trade. So let's go and get started, guys. Let's see here. Can we also check ADA? Yeah, definitely. ADA. Okay. Well, let's do it. So the first one up, this is on YouTube. Let's go STX. Blowfin. If you don't have Blowfin, Blowfin is it's a US friendly service. So I love it. Absolutely love it. If you don't have Blowfin and you want it, use my referral link. It doesn't cost you anything. There's a lot of bonuses. Plus it helps support the channel. If you are supporting another channel that maybe you don't watch them anymore, but you still have that account, if you want, and I would appreciate it, switch to mine using my referral link. And again, it helps keep the lights on. Keeps the lights on. Here we go. So we're looking at this level right here. So we actually have a zone. Let's change this to white. And let's do the bottom of this one. Extend this a little bit. Go here to this. And I love my rectangles. I call them boxes. Let's take this off. Don't want to see that mid level. Okay. All right. So this was looking pretty dangerous. Let's go and do our other level. So we had this really nice level, and anybody who's trading this, we'll see, oh, this is a Head and Shoulders. It broke it's an ugly neckline. Ugly. But it is what it is. So we can probably do it from here to here. Nope. This will be the neckline per se-ish. It broke the neckline. Did it do its measured move? I don't like getting the absolute top. I'm very conservative with my measurements. So from here to here. Sure enough, spot on. Very nice. I don't trade patterns, but I do see them. And this one, spot on. Measured move. Wow. See here, Flea says, can we do core, Ondo, good fundamentals? I don't trade the memes much. Yeah, definitely, man. For me, I love core. Core has been kicking some major butt. I was looking to short it, not gonna lie. He's strong. And Ondo, I love Ondo. Ondo is good, great project. Like for me, I love, man, I'm getting goosebumps. I love Ondo and I love Link. And there's some other ones too that I love. Great fundamentals, great projects, great movement on the price action. I mean, the main thing is to make money. And let me drink some water real quick. Oh, this is my lemonade. Got some more lemonade. Very nice. Holy smokes. We got Meet Damien in the house. Hola, Joe. Virtuals. Let's do it. I'm actually shorting virtuals right now. It's very aggressive. I put that in one of my groups or one of my channels, my Telegram channel, I guess. I put it in there. It's like, it's very aggressive right now. I don't recommend entering the trade. I'm entering it, but we'll see how it goes. Killerman says, I guess Cetus relaunched today. It just went up, then crashed hard. Ooh. Well, look at Cetus too. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna call it Cetus. Cetus. Pump and then dump. Okay. Flea Virus says Cubic is my personal fave for a runner. Really? I don't. What's the ticker? Cubic? I think some people have had me look at that one before. I don't think I've ever traded it. Chris says I shorted core about a week ago and took a nap. Then I woke up. Let's see here. My TP had already been triggered. Well, it's kind of cool because it doesn't happen too often. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I was looking at core, and it just wasn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get that entry. All right, so we're looking at stacks. Man, I'm impressed. Right to the money too. Let's go to the 4 hour. Oh, we can get rid of this. Get out of here and get out of here. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Now, the way I trade, in case you're new here, I love looking at price action, the momentum of the move, the candle body sizes, the candle wicks. Basically, I trade smart money concepts. I trade ICP. No, ICT. Inner circle. No. Oh man, I'm forgetting the thing. So anyway, I don't really call it the names too much, but I get all the stuff that I've learned and I make it very, very simple. And the main thing is structure. So I do market structure. That's the main thing. And I don't say swing failure pattern or S, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't do any abbreviations. I don't try to make myself sound smarter, and I do not repackage stuff that's already been there. Like the trend lines, I don't call them something else. I call them trend lines. I don't try to repackage anything. There's no need for it. So here we go. Look at the 4 hour. See, Cubic is one of my, hey, there you go. So looking at this on stacks, this, man, look at that. This was on the daily. And this, let's go ahead and do this. I like doing this. I'm really big on my rectangles because what it does, it gives me zones. So from here to here, we're using the daily and the 4 hour. So this created this little zone for us. Price action did end up, breaking this level, coming down, breaking this support, which is not good, getting rejected, fighting through, and came up here, which is good. Came down. We're looking for a bounce now here. to attack this level to eventually start coming up, doing higher highs, higher lows, changing the trend. Unfortunately, could not find support, broke below this level. This is when we short. Now, again, what I do not do, I am not a hindsight hustler. I am not a replay millionaire. It's none of this woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. This is the stuff that I teach all the time. And there are times where I'd say, yeah, I'd short right here, and the price went up. I don't base my decision on entering or exiting based off of what I see that already happened. I base it off of what I would have done in the moment of the trade, unlike all these other mentors out there that are trying to sell you something. Look at this. This is what we do. And no. I show you in the moment of the trade. Here, I would have entered the short. We would have entered the short. If we were looking at it, into the short, and sure enough, came down. All right. So right now, not looking strong. Not looking strong. We're hoping for a bounce here. We did get a bounce. Not looking strong. So let's go to this. We're going to go from here to here. Now, I would like to see the minimum for the pullback to go at least to 382. It barely went to the 236 level, and now it's losing its momentum. So what I want to see, if I'm going to go long, I want to see more than likely price come down a little bit more, which is fine. 50% of this move right here. So about right here, then come up, then do this number, then start doing this. This is what I want to see for a potential long. When would I enter this trade for a long? Well, it has to break the level. It needs to break, and we'll change this color to blue so we can see it a little bit easier. Ooh, I don't like that number. It needs to break 0.6731. Normally, I would do the candle body close, but in this case, that's not going to happen. Can we do it right here? Yes. All right, so we're looking at the 1 hour. We are looking. Hey, man, I don't like those numbers. So here we're looking at the 1 hour time frame for us to enter, which is great because we're looking for the 0.6714 to break. The 1 hour candle must close above this level in order for us to enter. Now, I would recommend setting a alert, and the alerts will save your butt. So I'd recommend setting an alert, and the alert, I would set it at 0.6786. We're actually going to set the alert so we can possibly enter this trade as well. Right now, it's not ready. Once the alert goes off, these are the rules. The alert has to go off first. Then you look at the trade, and if we have a 1 hour candle close above this level, great. We can now enter the trade. If we have a candle close underneath the level, or the body is underneath the level, we do not enter the trade. We have to wait. We have to wait, readjust your alert, go, do whatever. Your alert goes off, you can check it again, and if we have it above it, we enter the trade. Because what could happen is the price could do this number, then do a lower high, and then do this. And now you're stuck in the trade for a lot longer. So whenever we enter trades in the group or on YouTube, usually they're ready to move. It's ready to go. Now, if we would have seen this price action already, retraced here, then potentially coming up and then hitting our alert or our level, we'd enter. But right now, no, we have to wait on this one. Now, another thing that I do recommend is also knowing the market cap. This market cap is good, so we're not going to look at it. Well, okay, fine. I already said it. So we're going to look at it. I go to coinmarketcap.com for this. We're going to go search STX. This one is 1 billion. I was thinking that. So this market cap is 1 million. So what does this mean? This means that, if I'm looking for a 40% target, it might take some time. If I'm looking for a 12%, 15%, those are going to get a lot easier. Now, does it mean that a 1 billion cannot go to 40%? No, it can do whatever it wants. If there's a lot of traction on it, sure, you move, but that's what I'd recommend. Okay, moving on. Come back over here. Let's make sure this is back on. Okay. So that's what I would do for stacks. Let me know who's here, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know you are here. If you haven't already, definitely smash the like. Smashing the like does help support the channel. I show you how to trade for free. You don't need to pay me. Ask me questions. You don't need to pay somebody $99 an hour to learn how to trade. I do it all for free. All right, moving on. I think the ones who really know how to trade don't charge. I think the ones that need funding for their trading, they charge. In my opinion, I don't know. But Joe, do you charge? Not really. This is only if you want access to me. That's it. Will you learn faster? Yes, of course. But you learn here too. Ask me questions. I'll show you everything. I tell you everything. Like I have nothing to hide. All right, here we go. So that's my thought process on that one. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, we have a long list. I better stop talking. IMX. Here we go. All right, so it did break the level. If I was going to do anything, I would short this coin. We do have a level right here that it did break. Let's see here. Where do I think? And this now, whenever I say that we're going to short it, doesn't mean we're going to short it to 0. We're going to short it to 0.5, maybe the golden pocket before a possible retracement. This one did nice, went up, down, very nice W for the win, but it needs to retrace. So this is what I think might happen. If you want to long, then just wait. We might come down here, maybe to the same level, do this number, come up here to this. Now, one thing that I absolutely love, I love it when I use the path tool and it plays out like perfectly. There's a lot of times where I'll draw this out and man, it plays out beautifully. There's other times where I'm completely wrong. Sometimes it just goes straight to the moon or just straight down. So I do like using the path tool. That way, not only do I show that, this is potentially how it might go, but when we look back at it, hey, this is how it went. It's pretty cool. All right, so we only have one person here. Hey, Calvin, you're very welcome. We have 2 people here. Put a 1 in the chat, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm not going to look at the amount of people here, because whenever I do and I see this lower than I like, then I just say, okay, guys, bye. I'm gone. See ya. Go to those other go to the fake gurus who sell you hopes and dreams and empty promises. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to look. All right. So this is what I'm looking at here. I mean, we could even go to the golden pocket before potentially, doing this number. But that's what I like. So this is my thought process on this one. I would wait, and I would actually set. What's the price range difference between here and here? 1%. Oh, okay. You know what? Just to be safe, 4%. Come on, let's get real. I would do an alert right here. I'm actually going to set it too. I don't know what the market cap is on this one. Let's go ahead and check this one. Very important. Market cap is extremely important. I'm thinking small market cap. Yeah, so almost $1 billion. So it's not small really. I'm just not familiar with it. I haven't done this one in a long time. But so this one, 4%, we can just wait, let the alert go off. Once the alert goes off, this nonsense already happened with the retracement. It's coming up, creating higher highs, higher lows. We're good. So that's what I do on that one. I wouldn't enter right now. I just kind of wait. And especially if, let's just say the market does turn because of Bitcoin, we could see this and then they just roll over and then now you're stuck in the trade. So I just wait. I'd wait for Bitcoin. Maybe 12 hours, maybe a day. We'll see. All right. So the next one, didn't delete that. Next one is XRP. Okay, XRP looks good. No, actually, XRP looks like Bitcoin. It looks just like Bitcoin. However, this one's actually breaking up. What's Bitcoin doing? Okay. Come on, I need that short to play out. Let's go. I'm tired of eating ramen. I want to eat a steak. Let's go. All right. So for this one on the 1 hour time frame, man, looks good. Not gonna lie. So it needs to break above this level. It's trying to. You know, this was the dump that we all had. Every coin started coming up. You know, this is where, you know, on a lower time frame, more than likely we would have entered or just waited. The break of this one for sure. Enter here with the possible retracement of here. Came up, started doing this really tight range from here to here, and from here to here, actually. Really tight range. And if I was going to short, maybe the break of this, so that we could attack this. So this is what I would think. So let's go to this right here. If we did break below this, I would more than likely enter the trade here, hoping to take this. And I don't think that we would take, and let's go here. Joe, is that an arrow? Yes. Probably right here. I don't think we take it all, but we did it and go down. Let's see here. For this one, let's zoom out. Go take a look. So here, price was here. I was thinking it was going to come up, come down, bounce off of this area, come up. Price went up to this actually area, came down, started bouncing here, and then create a new level, and then just dumped. And that's fine. Okay, but beautiful retracement. Let me hide all this stuff. Go from here, hide all this. Oops, wrong one. Beautiful retracement from this bottom to here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Went, tried to bounce on the 3-2, but couldn't break above this level. Then went right to the 0.5. This is what I like. Then it tapped into the golden pocket. Now it's starting to fight up. I like it. Let's go to this. Oh yeah. So what I would do on this one, here's the thing too. There's a lot of people out there that love, you know, the absolute bottoms. In my opinion, right now isn't the time to try to get the bottoms. In my opinion, there will be times where, you know, oh, it tapped into this area, starting to come up. Let's enter this trade without confirmation of a break of a high. Because what we're doing is we're getting the absolute lowest portion of this potential trade, and lower portion, higher profit. However, we're not in that moment, but I see all these, you know, people out here, mentors really, doing their group like that. I was like, oh my gosh, no, it's too risky. I want my group to be safe. So what I would do is that's an alert. It's about 6% from the current price action. So set alert. I'm actually going to set the alert. And I would just wait to see if the price action comes up, breaks above the 382 level on this fib retracement, and then we can enter the trade. But until then, it's too risky because price could come up here to this, faking everybody out really. Then doing this. Then losing the 618, and then of course if Bitcoin dumps or whatever, then maybe we get a bounce off of the 786, or maybe we don't, and it continues coming down. But if our alert goes off, this is showing us that we're creating a higher high, which that's what we want, which potentially could create a higher low, which that's what we want. Now we enter the trade, and what we're doing is we're actually starting the potential trend to the upside. Oh, we got some more chat. Holy smokes, a lot of chat. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. Very nice. Flea says, we're all here. Thank you, man. Dude, we're here because we like your attitude and grounded approach. Appreciate you, man. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't have anything, you know, hopes and dreams to sell you. I've been sold that stuff, and man, I got wrecked. Let's see here. Thank you. See here. Flea Virus says, weekends always tricky with low volume. 100%. Yep. Upcoming week, Monday, U.S. Open is safer entry, non-degen. Yeah. So Flea knows what he's talking about. How long you been trading, Flea? I'm gonna say a few years at least. I'd say minimum 4-5 years minimum. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know, everybody. How long have you been trading? Like actively trading, not just, oh, you bought a coin and then whatever happened. Like, how long have you like literally study trading, you know, bought boot camps and, you know, in the charts and everything? Like, how long have you all been doing that? Let me know in the chat. Holy smokes, that's what I figured. 7-8 years. Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate you for being here. And Flea, what I would recommend is ask me questions. You know, verify that I know my stuff. I love telling that to people. Ask me questions. There's a lot of people out there that, man, you ask them a question, forget it. Oops, wrong one. Chris says, I'm still thinking a little more downside or maybe even for XRP, sadly. Yeah. I want it. I've been waiting for it. I've been looking for it. You know, we actually entered a short. The break of this level, we entered a short, and I think we got stopped out in slight profit. I don't think we got stopped out at a loss. And then it came up here, made this level, broke above it. It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe not. Oh yeah. So for this one, I definitely wait. And the most important thing to do sometimes is just waiting. Let's see here, going on the list. Did I catch up everything? Okay, here. Me Damon says, tomorrow I'm going live at 1, tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow, 1. Okay, I'll be there, man. I'll be there. So yeah, so everybody check out Meet Damien. So Meet Damien is a good dude. There's a lot of people that I do watch. Oh wait, I already have you up here. So Meet Damien. Let me go ahead and put his stuff in here. And same thing, you know, check him out, ask him questions. And what we're doing is we're making sure that the people we're following, they know what they're talking about. And if they don't know, well, then they'll tell you and they'll look it up and they'll study it. And then, you know, next time you ask them, well, then they'll know. You know, that's why I love questions, because if I don't know it, like, okay, well, let me look it up. So definitely check him out. Of course, we have him. We have Porky. I love Porky. This dude is down to earth as well. He's another, you know, good YouTuber, in my opinion. Same thing with Road Dog. He just finished the show. Road Dog is very good as well. I absolutely love this dude. He's the one who actually got me into the music. You know, he has a lot of music. I started doing the music. He actually helped me, you know, what programs to use to post it on all these other sites, Amazon, Spotify. And you can check out his music too. He's got a lot of great music. It's like kind of like 80s rock, 90s rock. He's got country. He's got all types of music, hip hop. Dude is man, he's good. He's good. Not only in the music, but also trading. So he gets up. Yeah, so those are, you know, my favorites. And of course, here, you can check out my channel. I have a lot of videos that, this one I only put for my YouTube members. I might put this for regular YouTube. It depends. But this one I give you a sneak peek at what we do in the group, for the VIP group. But post a lot of, for the Warriors, the different memberships you have on YouTube gives you different access. Of course, the higher level you are, the more you get. It just makes sense. But the ultimate goal, if you want to have access to me, VIP. There you go. All right, moving on. But all these videos right here, though, they show you how to trade. All my regular videos, they show you how to trade, and then you can jam out while you're doing your stuff. But I recommend Spotify if you're gonna listen to this stuff. Spotify. I got this one. Somebody was trash talking me, so I said, let me do a song. So I kind of dissed them. Same thing with this one, different person. Very funny. Oh no. Fart coin. Watch for bounce. Uh-oh. Gotta get back to work. So let's look at Fart coin. So we went over this one already. Let's look at Fart coin. Okay. The Fart coin's coming down, looking for a bounce here. Went up, down, down. Okay. Let's go 15-minute. Okay. So I concur. So 50% of this move. Go from here to here. Yeah. So get ready. And my alert basically says, watch for a bounce. So we had this really nice retrace, watching for a bounce here, maybe in the golden pocket. If it breaks the golden pocket, more than likely we're cooked, because then what might happen, nobody knows, but hopefully it bounces here. But let's just say it does come down and it does this. If it breaks the 618, more than likely we're cooked. We take this out, we take this, and we lose. I think our stop loss is somewhere over here. I think. We've been moving our stop loss on this one. This one's another one of our trades. See here, Floki says, hey Joe, love your show. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you greatly. Thank you very much. Let me catch up on the chat. See, Flea Virus says, coded my own bot to trade for me. Hardcore trading 4, 5. It's all I do. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's how Road Dog got started. He did his own bots, and then he like started learning how to trade and everything else. Kelvin says, since November, but not any clue what I'm doing until like 2 months ago. Yeah, Kelvin, you've actually improved quite a lot. Like I see you, of course, all the time in Road Dogs, and then of course you pop into mine. And just to let you know, I have seen a humongous improvement in your, because normally you would say, like, if a coin went up 80%, you're like, how about this coin? It's like, no, it went up 80%. And another coin went up like 72%. You're like, how about this coin? No. But now, I mean, you're longing, you're shorting, you've progressed quite a bit. Very proud of you. Very proud of you. Let's see here. And of course, I know Road Dog has like huge impact on that. He's helped a lot of people. So again, you know, the people that I mentioned, check him out, definitely. Chris says, I've been actively doing this every single day for, wow, about what, 2.5 years or a year and a half? What's that? 23, 24, 25. So about a year and a half, I guess. That's good. XRP bounced off the last month's low. Lucky we get under $2. Hey, there you go. 5 years with TA and rules, plus 5 more years as yeah. So yeah, we yeah, 5 years, man. That's good stuff. Okay, Brett has a triple top. Okay, we'll do Brett too. Oh, I gotta stop talking. Brett. See, triple top. Okay. Triple top on 15 minute. Okay, wonder if it will dump. We'll check it out. So let's see here. Short question mark. Okay, went on the list. Police says my best tip for direction is to follow total at the moment. It looks cooked. We coming down. That's what I'm guessing, man. And like I said, we're in shorts and we're in longs, and we didn't get into our shorts until today, I believe. And we've been in longs for the past couple days. We entered 2 more today, but I'm not expecting them to play out, you know, 3, 5, 7 days. I'm expecting them like 1 day, maybe 2 days. Let's see. Yeah, no problem. Chris says, I live, breathe, and eat crypto at this point for sure. Yeah. It's going to pay off, man. Going to pay off big time. I'm not rushing you, Joe. Just looking at the charts. Saw it. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I just talk too much. So we did that one, that one, that one. Let's look at ADA. Okay. ADA? Okay. So what do we see on ADA? This one we're just doing training, thought process. I'm not sure if the price action was here, but I was thinking it was going to come back down in here to this level, then do this number, break above this, blah, blah. So let's see here. Let's go to a 1 hour. So I'm going to keep everything except these brush strokes. I'm liking ADA. Oh, so speaking about the path tool, I love it when it plays out. And here's a perfect example. You know, if price was here, I'm thinking it's going to come up, make a lower high. It went up, made a higher high, but eventually come down and just do this, boop, 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 balance in here and then come up. Sure enough, So what I would like to do is I would like to actually wait for the price to break this level. If you wanted an aggressive entry, you could do an aggressive entry. For me personally, I just wait. You know, I would just wait, especially with Bitcoin potentially about to dump. So let's do this. Extend this a little bit more. Let's get accurate. Okay. So the highest point on this, we got a nice little range right here. Really nice range. Kind of looking at this for a short too. Okay, yeah. Beautiful. All right, so for a short, price needs to break this level. So we'll do a blue. And I'm actually going to set an alert underneath this wick. So we'll do this right here, and then we'll do text, and then we'll do short. And I always do question mark. Put in the middle. Actually set the alert. And then for the long, safer entry is up here, which would be about 7% from where it's at currently, maybe 8%. This would be the safest entry because now we could use this down here as support. But if you want an aggressive entry, then what you could do is you could, man, would I want to be in the box though? Let's see. Chris says, I've got a short for that price. Maybe not such a good idea. I'm guessing you're talking about Cardano. I got a short set for 6688. So if it comes up here, you're gonna short. So here's the thing. Like for me personally, I don't like catching the absolute tops or the bottoms because they're extremely risky. Let's say the price does come up here and your short hits. Then it comes down, bounces here, and then continues up. Let's say for whatever reason, Bitcoin starts going up or whatever it is, well, then you get stopped out, depending on where your stop loss is at. Or what you could do is wait for a break of a level. And I mean, look at now, of course, if you're doing leverage, this is 2%. So let's say you're doing a 10x leverage. So you're missing out on 20%. Here you're missing out on 30%, but it's much safer. Now there will be a time, especially in the bear market, where we will actually be entering here at the very tops for a short. And same thing in the full-fledged bull run, we will be entering, you know, the pullbacks. As soon as it starts coming up, we're going to be entering that and not waiting for a confirmation of the break. But because of the segment that we are in this current market, in my opinion, it's only safer to just wait for the break of the level. What happens when you break the level? You're actually confirming your thought process of it going that certain way, and it's showing strength for either going up or down. So I hope that makes sense. Let's see here. So Kelly says, I've been impatient with coins, but I'm going to try your way, Joe. Set an alert for the safer. Yeah. So now, if you do the aggressive entries, you have a higher. Okay. If you do an aggressive entry, you're increasing your risk. However, the higher the risk, higher the reward. But if you're doing that and you're winning, keep on doing it. But if you're doing that and you're losing more than you would like, then maybe just wait a little bit. Wait to 4% or 8% or whatever it is so that it gets that confirmation. Now, what you do not want to do, let's say, you know, we have our alerts. Let's just say we have something like this. Here's our level that we wanted to break. And here is our alert. And the price action's down here. and it shoots straight up. Your alert goes off. Do you want to enter the trade? No, definitely not. Why? Because it pumped. This is what you want. You want to see price action like this, because it's gradually going up. Your alert goes off. It needs to break above this level, whether it's a 1 hour candle, 4 hour candle, 15-minute candle, whatever it is. Then you go and you see and you look at the price action. Okay, this is healthy. This is not. So there are different ways of actually entering the trade. But for me personally, I would not enter a short here because it could go up. And it just depends on the market. Now, let's say, for example, it does go up and then it meets this resistance. Let's say it does a lower high and then it starts coming down, and now it breaks this level, newly created low. This is what I teach all the time. Now, if you want, you can enter a short because it's breaking this level. Next one we have to worry about is this, and then this, and then this. So what I'm doing is I'm always waiting for the confirmation of the potential trend. Let's see here. I think I missed some chat. Total 3 weekly looks a little concerning. Let's see. No worries, Joe. Just letting you know because you're taking too long and you talk too much. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just playing. You like trading our Cardano? Very nice. Okay, nice call, Kelly. Just waiting for confirmation. Very good. Strega's in the house. Hey, Strega, my man. Most definitely. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. So for this one we would do a short here. This one we set it for a. This will be aggressive for a long here because we're underneath this zone. What I would prefer to do is just wait the 8%. You know, it's okay. Just wait the 8% and then set your alert. This is, again, not as aggressive. This one right here is aggressive. And I just wait because now if we do pull back, we have all of these levels for support and then this zone for support. All right, so the next one is core. I do love core. So let's go ahead and do core. For core, ooh, it came down quite a bit. Oh, wow. I mean, I missed this one completely. Gosh darn it. And I was looking at it too. Man, I was looking at it for a short. I've been looking at it for a short. Man, I missed this move. Good Lord. I was waiting for the break of this. And I think here we're trying to maybe potentially long. But I've been looking for this short for... Shoot, man, since way back over here. I missed it. Good Lord, man. Oh, that hurts. Chris says, thank you, Joe. Thank you for saying so, Joe. I do need to be a little bit more reserved with my entries. But like I said, there will be a time where, you know, as it pulls back and it starts coming up, we're going to enter it. Because that's when, like, we need pullbacks. Pullbacks are expected. And then since we're in a market that is extremely bullish, we're going to enter. And we're going to make a killing. But right now, like entering here, not smart because it could come up a little bit more, go into this box, and then roll over. And then we get wrecked. Now, once again, what I do is I teach you in the moment of the trade, which would be right here. Even though I know that it went up, we don't know that it would have gone up. All we have is this information in the moment. So this is what sets me apart from a lot of these other traders out here, especially these fake mentors that, you know, join my group and this, that will show you. And no, man, like in the moment, it's dangerous doing this. Could you? Sure. Higher risk, higher reward, but it could just continue to dump. But man, I'm literally kicking myself. I was watching this for weeks, I think weeks, since about here. Man, kicking myself. And then when it was here, I was looking at shorting, but then it started coming up. It's like, no, it's probably going to continue coming up. And it did. And then I was looking here and then here. Oh man, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay. Let me erase all this because getting emotional. Joe, don't do it. No emotions in trading. No emotions. All right. Oh my gosh, it's taking forever. Get out of here, all this noise. Okay, so here's the a box that I had. It's probably on the daily. So this was my box that I had for a potential bounce. It did break below. Right now, possible bounce. Let's see where we're at. I'll do it from here. Magnitude 1. Start of the move. Very top. Just underneath. Let's go from the actual start of all of this move. What lines up better? Yeah, they're the same. So I'll do what's most correct. They're both correct, but this one's most correct, in my opinion. Okay, let's go to the, well, let's bring this in load. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. See here, Flea says, at least you can time the reversal. Time the reversal on what? With the total or something? Okay, so we had this pullback. Looking for a potential bounce. If Bitcoin comes down, but I mean, this one really hasn't been following Bitcoin. So this is what I'm looking for on this one now. From the top of this, to, let's make it over here. Don't get confused. Okay, this is gonna confuse me. So let's go ahead and hide this. Let's move this box over. So don't get confused. I get confused very easy. Not really. But it's just too messy. That's really what I mean. Now, what I would like to see is I would like to see it come up here into the golden pocket. Yeah, I guess the golden pocket. I would like to see it go into the golden pocket, maybe like up to here. So up to the 618, come down, possibly to the 382 before coming up. Could we enter right now for a long? 100% sure. However, it's really high risk. This would be literally catching the bottom. Do I want to catch the bottom? No thanks. I mean, it'd be great for YouTube and X and look at me, I'm the best and join my group and blah blah blah. But no thanks. I want to protect my money, because what could happen, price comes up and then let's say it just comes down because people have been, and we'll zoom out too, man, people have been making a killing on this. And let's just say it does this number. Do I think this will happen? No, but it could. Anything can happen. Let's zoom out daily. Look at this. Look at just this, man. This is humongous. What's the price range tool? Let's just say from the break of here. Let's just go from here to here. 70%, 75%. That's huge. Let's go back to the, let's go 1 hour. Double click, zoom in. Okay, maybe not so zoomed in. This is what I would like to see for the long. And then now, since we're in this box, hopefully we can, find support on the box and come up, or at least into the golden pocket and come up some more. This is what I would like to see. Now for a short, I think I already missed it because I don't think it'll come down more. If it does, maybe to this level, and it's not even worth the risk for the short. I want to go long so bad right now on this coin. It would be very aggressive, extremely aggressive. Hey, we got Mario in the house. What's up, Mario? Appreciate you, man. Please says, why not whole move up from April? Your fib puts you between from April. Well, let's check it out. Let's go ahead and unhide this. Let's hide this one. April. Okay. So the way I do it, and I appreciate you, asking about that too. Again, you are an experienced trader. I do it 2 different ways. One, either the start of the move, which would have been here. Price came down when sideways started coming up. So this is the actual start of the move. This is the start of the move too. Because here it just went straight up. But this was the official start, because this was the lowest point. This is the sideways action lowest point that led to this move. This is the actual move. So for me personally, and you can see the dates. Okay. So for me personally, if I would have used this one, I would have used this one only if I would have had more touches. And sometimes I will use this, but then if they're pretty much the same, I'll go to my default, which would be the beginning of the actual move, which is the absolute lowest point prior to the start of the run up. That's what I do. So I'll do like two different ways. Usually if this is the lowest point, which usually it is, and it's fairly close, then I'll use this one. But I'll only use this one if we have better touches. Now okay, so here's the thing too. What's the difference between, let's say the low was down here. What's the difference between here and here? For me, the difference is the amount of space between the levels. So here we have our levels. Here we have it right here. Here we have our levels. And for me personally, I mean, I really don't see anything. I mean, nothing really matches up. There's times where you'll go and these match up perfectly. Here, it's the same. I don't see anything really matching. I mean, we have nothing really. So I'm just going to go with default. But very good question. Or statement. See anything else? No. Okay. See here from the April, you said okay. So here, let me look at this. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, you could, because it would put you in the golden pocket. But what I'm looking for is more like areas that it stopped. You know, levels that it stopped. If I had levels that it stopped for sure, then I'd use this one. But since I didn't have levels that it stopped, I'm not going to use this one just because it looks better. Like if these like stopped right on it, then I would definitely use this. If this right here stopped right on this, then I'd use this one for sure. But this one, I would only use it to make it look better. But since like none of these really stop, I'm gonna go with default. Let's see here, April 7th, as I would take it from it to the left. April 7th, as I would take from there, it left. 2 hour, okay, 2 hour. 2 hour. April 7th. Okay, that's the lowest point. That's the start of the move. Looking for 2-8. Okay, so it did bounce here on the 236 level. Yeah, so there. Came up here to the 0.5. Okay. Now here's the thing too. Like for me personally, well, let's see here. So 3-2 level here, 4 hour. I mean, yeah, I guess so. It's kind of like tomato type situation, in my opinion. Now there are times when I will use the absolute start of the move, which would be here, but only if I get levels that match up without trying to go to the 2 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour. If I can just see it right away, then I use it. If not, I just go back here. That's what I do. See here, I look more for the swing trades and building long-term positions, staggering orders. Man, that's good. That's so smart. And add or increase later. So I never adjust my leverage. I think there's some exchanges that don't let you, but like that's the best thing is like for long-term position swing trades, you just add to your entries. And if it comes down, it's kind of like a longer term hold. So if it comes down 8%, 12%, you just add to it. I love it. Oh man, XRP is parabolic right now. I was not paying attention. Oh yeah, we did XRP already. So for core, let's go back to core. For 1 hour. Double click. Set alert there. Man, I do like core. So if I was going to enter core, I mean, I like it on the 1 hour time frame. Came up here, stopped, came up, broke. We're possibly retesting this level, which would be the 0.5. I like it. And if I was going to enter, I'm already in too many trades. Let me at least wait up here. My stop loss would still be about 8%. And I really wouldn't enter right now just because I want to see if it's going to come up. Because I don't want to enter right now and then it end up coming down. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. XRP is doing good. I'm in along. Hey, there you go. So for me personally, I would hate to enter long right now without seeing it at least start coming up, because what could happen is it could attack this and maybe come down to about here and then lose its momentum and now come to attack this, and then of course it gets sucked out. Can I wait for this 10%? See, it already broke this level, retesting. So I would actually, I do it like right here. So for this one, I actually get my alert, put it right here. So I would wait for it to go off, the alert to go off. Make sure the 1 hour candle closed above the 0.5 level. And for this one, I did draw it from the actual beginning of the move. So that's where I would have mine. And I'd wait for the 1 hour. Hey, we got Foos Monkey in the house. What's up, Foos Monkey? Appreciate you, man, being here. Make sure to smash the like, guys. Make sure to smash the like. See here, because it's Sunday. Wait for Monday. Lows. US Open. You know what? I've never actually traded. All these years I've been trading, I've never actually traded the New York Open. And there was one day where I traded. I was live with my group. And oh, it just broke a low. No, what did it do? Yeah, it just broke a low. So I'm like, oh man, you know, I'm gonna enter a short right now. Granted, you know, we have 15 minutes before the New York Open. I'm gonna do this because it broke the low. I'm gonna enter, and then who knows, the New York Open might go and it might just dump. So I enter, have my stop loss very tight. This is on Bitcoin. And as soon as the New York Open, boom, like it felt like 80%. It went up like a few percent. And I was like, seriously? But yeah, that was pretty funny. ICT, there it is. For something, I was thinking ICP. It's like, no, that's a coin. Yeah, so kill zones, I heard about that. Flea Virus, do you have a channel? Do you have a YouTube channel? Let me know, please. But my buddy, he was talking about the kill zones. I actually looked it up, and it was too confusing to me. But yeah, ICT trading. Yep. Yeah, liquidity and all that fun stuff. But for here, I set my alert here. Wait for it to come up. And then I'd enter the trade, have my stop loss here, and then moon mission. You know, I have my targets, you know, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, as far as the risk reward. I do like this one a lot. So blowfin, and let's go and put this on, if it's not already, on our watch list, YouTube rapid fire. Oh, you do? Oh, cool. Let's check you out. And we'll all subscribe to you. Everybody in here, we subscribe. We subscribe to everybody. flea underscore virus. I'm assuming this one. Nope. Did I spell it wrong? Flea underscore virus. Check you again. I don't see you, man. Well, I think I can check this way. Oh, it's just flea virus. You don't have any videos. You don't have any videos. Start making some videos, man. We can also subscribe to you. Yeah, start making. So you don't have an underscore. But yeah, start making some videos, man. You know, I'm gonna subscribe to you anyway. And does it say how many subscribers you have? Put it on here to where it shows how many subscribers. I don't have videos. More time is coding. True. Very true. All right. So let's get out of this. But yeah, we love supporting everybody. Okay, very good. So we did core. I do like core. We have an alert for core, so that'll work. Next one is Ondo. We gotta start. Here was just some more teaching. I think this was teaching. I don't think this was an actual thing that I was doing. So here, we would definitely set our alert at 0.8883. And same thing, the 1 hour candle has to close. 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour candle needs to close above 4 hour. Let's do 4 hour. Normally I write it up here. 4 hour candle needs to close above 0.8569. Once it does, we enter the trade. If the candle is in between this, we don't enter the trade. So that is that one. Yeah, definitely, man. We can look at that one for you too. So Decentraland. Yeah, definitely, man. Mana. See, Meet Damien says, looking at the MACD on various assets and seeing selling pressure dying down. Really? Are we about to get some good news for the global markets this week? Interesting. Maybe a good CPI report that makes the Fed lower rates. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna lower rates or not, man. I don't think they will. But we'll see. Roblox says, off topic. But if it's weird, I cannot locate any confirmation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Nada, no probate, nothing. Found his phone number though. Yeah. So here's the thing. And I actually, so here's my ex-boss. For those of you who don't know, this is my ex-boss. The one who tricked me to come over here to Georgia. The one who promised me all these hopes and dreams and empty promises, become a millionaire, run his company, etc., etc. Man, and I even told him too, after I quit, when he was here in my kitchen, I told him, dude, have you ever seen the Lifetime, the channel? He goes, why? I said, you know, Lifetime, the channel for women. He's like, why? I said, because you literally did to me what men do to females on that channel. And I'm telling him straight out, you know, for me, I will tell you to your face. I don't say anything behind your back. I'll tell you to your face. I said, you literally took me out of my support system. You took me away from my family. Well, he didn't take me away. I moved over here with the hopes and dreams of becoming a millionaire and running his company, the whole nine. My support, my family, my friends, just everybody who I had in San Antonio came over here, didn't know anybody. And I was literally relying on him solely for shelter. You know, he gave me, well, at first he was, let me stay in this mobile home. He ended up giving it to me. And then, of course, I'm depending on him for, you know, just paying for the stuff, you know. I was literally a chick. And it was like, I ended up working my way up to the second in command. Everybody had to answer to me. People who have been his admins, lead admins, they had to answer to me. And of course, you know, I was really good at what I did, taking care of the company for sure, but also taking care of the new traders and everything, and never abused my power, nothing like that. Then one day he threatened my position. I said, I'm out. I literally waited maybe 15 seconds, and I said, all right, I'm done, man. I'd rather live in a bridge than be in fear of my position. I'm out. Because I know if I would have folded, he would have used that every single time. And what I eventually, you know, everything's clear in hindsight, dude was narcissistic. And once towards the end, I started telling him, like, dude, stop promising me all this stuff. Like, I'm doing this because I'm your friend. And because he could see that all the hopes and dreams and empty promises weren't working on me anymore, then eventually he led up to the, you know, my position, threatening my position. Because he didn't have that hold on me that he thought he had. But I was like, no, man, I'm doing all this because I'm your friend. But yeah, this is still pending. And actually, so I have court because they're trying to evict me from the place I'm at. I have a lot of, man, I don't try to go for drama, and drama finds me. I have his lawyer trying to evict me again. This time we're going to court. I have all my paperwork. I have all my documentation. I have everything ready. And so we'll see how that goes. It's pretty stressful here, man. But yeah, there's nothing there. You can look it up. There's nothing saying that he's gone. And I called this phone number. And I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Oops, wrong one. But I called this phone number. This phone number right here. And I asked him, I said, how do you get on this website? He goes, oh, all you got to do is email us. And I said, you don't have to use the service? They're like, no, it's a free thing that we do. I was like, oh, so I don't think he's gone. I think he's hiding. I was right about him not being hacked. And I think I'm right about him being in hiding. He listed his house like a week ago. It's already pending on the sale. So I think it was 725,000. I would have bought it, but well, I got a savings account and then I got a checking account, and you know how that goes. Yeah, so my life is kind of topsy-turvy right now. Topsy-turvy. All right, moving on. But yeah, man, there's nothing. Let's see here. Me Damien says, also a full moon on Wednesday and a full moon have bullish. Hey, there you go. Kelvin says, Brett just fell below the point of control. And ooh, look at you. Look at all these, saying all these fancy terms. Wow. And the 13 crossed down through the 50 and the 5 minute. Look, I think he might take a stab at it. And that's Brett for a short, I'm assuming. Yeah. And look at you, Kelvin. Nice. So this one, I set alert for here, and I'm actually going to set the alert too. Set the alert. Okay, moving on. Do that one. So virtuals, let's look at virtuals. Finally, I know we've been taking a long time forever because I talk way too much. So virtuals, we're looking at this one. We were talking about a potential short here, or were we training? I think we're talking about a potential short. But this one didn't play out, you know, and, you know, look at all these wicks up to the top side. Eventually we did break this, you know, and then that's it. It came down, went back into the zone, coming down. I do like it for a short. Let's go on the 1 hour time frame. I'm actually in this short. This is high risk though, very high risk. The safer trade is to wait for the break of this level, because now we could potentially come for this and hopefully lower. Let's see here. But does it match up? No. Okay. So this was, of course, on a higher time frame, probably a 4 hour. Daily? Yeah, daily. So here's our daily. Then this creates a little zone. Grass set alert. So grass just went off. If we have time, we'll look at grass. Oh, I had grass for a short. I'm actually in grass for a short. Holy smokes. Let me check it real quick. Okay, good. Never mind. Control Z. Control Z again. Okay, virtuous. Let's see here. Let's go to a 4 hour. Okay, it's coming down. As long as it doesn't break this level to get back into this box to go up, we're good. Let's go to a 1 hour. So this would be our first level of potentially going for a short. This, in my opinion, is high risk. But the reason I'm wanting to enter the short, and I'm already in the short, I entered it once it broke this level. But the reason I'm doing it is just in case Bitcoin brings down everything. I think virtuals can have a nice pullback. And as far as the pullbacks, I'm talking insane numbers. Let's say we enter here. Like our first target, about 6%, nothing too crazy. And then our next target, about 18%, pretty good. And then if we get lucky and it continues dumping, maybe 25%-ish. Do I think it'll come down lower than that? Not really. That's just hopes and dreams, empty promises. I don't think it'll go lower than this area right here. I don't think it'll go lower than that. But for virtuals, I am looking for this for a short. I'm actually in the short. I kind of front ran it a little bit. A safer entry. This is kind of aggressive, but if we do, like, we can attack this, but the safer entry would be the break of this. Let's double down here. Let's go here. Let's see here. And why is that obituary from a funeral home? Yeah. So the day of his passing, I got called from 3 different people. And I contacted the stepson, who was very close to him, who was actually living in his house sitting. And I messaged him and say, hey, man, let me know when the service is there. That way I can pay my last respects, blah, blah, blah. But it was really to confirm, his passing. And he never called me back. Yeah, sure, man, I got you. And I know this dude. Like, me and him, we've talked a few times. We've had dinner together at least 3 times. Him, Chris, his friend. Who else? I believe it was his dad and his brother, Chris, where we all went out to dinner. And and then we had lunch. Me, Chris, his dad, his brother. We had lunch as well. But yeah, I was researching, nothing to be found. I think it's hiding. See, Kelvin says, Road Dog, appreciation. ApeCoin is still climbing. Yep, very nice. I've been trying 1350 strategy, 5 minutes, 1 bullish, bearish candle confirmation to help. Hey, there you go. Look at you, Fartcoin taking a dip. Oh man, Fartcoin, come on, Fartcoin. I'm actually in that trade too. I have my stop loss. So this is what I'm looking for on this one. Could you enter here? Sure. Would I? Definitely. And then that way my stop loss is kind of tight. What's my stop loss on this? If I were to enter here, about 10%. So this would be my stop loss if I were to enter right now. And then the targets, they just, do 16%. So about here, my first target, right here. This would be a safer entry, but safe's boring sometimes. So what you could do is you could enter your trade here as it's coming down. And then as it's doing this number, you can add to your entry here. Because this is just a confirmation of the pullback. That's what I would do. See anything else on this? This would be your. Okay. So that is virtuals. Man, I'm so far behind. Okay, so let's do CETUS. And this one, it was a pump and then a dump. Oh, wow. Yeah, stop losses are so important. So important. So, and this was a good trade. This is a good setup. Like, I would have been waiting for the break of this I would have entered the trade. I'd have my stop loss underneath here. And I'd probably enter here. Stop loss about 6%. I'd probably do my stop loss about here, 9%. So here's one thing that's different between me and like all these other gurus, or I don't even call myself a guru, but these fake gurus that are out here. No, we wouldn't have entered this, and then they start looking for reasons. But are you kidding me? Don't you see? We have a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, or we have a complex head and shoulders, and but they'll look for reasons why not to enter because they know it dumped. Me, no, I would have entered. This looks good. Here we had this little box right here. And so I'd be worried about this, getting rejected. But I would have entered this trade. But yeah, it pumped and then just dumped. Importance of stop losses, I would have been stopped out. But look, Joe, don't you see that it came for the liquidity? We teach this all the time. Here's the liquidity. If you would have been on my group, we have our orders right here and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, really? Huh. Well, what about all this liquidity up here? Why couldn't the price come and attack this? Oh, well, that's in our advanced course. Really? Okay. How many courses you got? Yeah. Me Damien says, when you short, are you looking for confirmations, lower highs, double tops, or so? Okay. Yeah, I don't look at the RSIs. I don't look at that stuff. So let's go back to virtuals for a short, and I'll show you why. Virtuals. Okay. So on virtuals, a couple things. One, market. I do think that the market will come down due to Bitcoin. So that's one thing. Two, let's go to a higher time frame. And let's just kind of hide all this stuff. So for the higher time frame, we can see that, we had this level right here. And this is my main level. This is the safer level with, again, this is our safer level to enter the short. Now, if we do enter the short sooner with higher risk, higher reward. But because I think Bitcoin might come down, I think it'll take down the market with it. So that's my huge indicator to potentially short. But if I wanted to play it safe, I just enter the short once it breaks around this level, 1.6485. And what I'm looking for is a potential right now. Of course, we do have lower highs and lower lows, but the main thing is Bitcoin. And let's go to a 4-hour time frame. We had an area of, so let me just kind of show this real quick. I don't know if let me do this. Let me hide this and this. Okay. So we have, this is our key area. So right here, we actually have like a little, no, I'm forcing it right now. I'm trying to force it to make it look like I want it to look. But here is a level that I would definitely use. Here is another level. So this is like a little zone, little box for me. Now, in my opinion, like I would like to go long if we're above this box, and preferably, man, we have a level here, a level here, a level here. What is the price range difference between each level from here to here? 4%, 5%, from this level, 8%. So what I would do, if I'm going to go long, I would set my alert here, set the alert. And what I'm trying to do now is potentially change the trend, because we have all these lower highs and pretty much lower lows. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to look for a trend change to where if we start doing this number, then good, we can go long. The alert goes off. I see that we're doing a higher high, potentially wait for maybe a retracement and then break of the high, the pivot. So mainly what I do is I look for pivots. And for this one, since this one did break below this pivot, this is why, I entered. Now we have an area here that we could potentially bounce from, but, we're kind of going down below it. So, and it's just losing strength. So with that, it losing the levels and also potentially Bitcoin, that's why I go short. but I don't look at the RSI. Oh yeah, forgot indicators. I don't look at this. Let's see here. If you don't use RSI, you're going to miss out on bearish divergence. I don't look at this for divergence. I'll look at the MACD for divergence. However, I will say that, dang it, fart coin, add to position. Come on, fart coin. Oh, it's not doing so bad. Oh, it's doing bad. Let's see here. Now, in reference to RSI and divergence, bullish divergence, especially the hidden divergence, but if there's any divergence, okay, so I don't look at divergence. Now, I can pretty much spot divergence without looking at the indicator. And usually it's when we have a nice move, a really fast move, you're going to have divergence. More than likely. On some time frame, you're going to have it. But for me, I know that if a price goes up, I know price is going to come down. It's just a matter of when. And let's say we did have, which we don't, but let's say we did have bearish divergence here. I already know the price is going to come down, but it doesn't mean that it has to come down even if we have bearish divergence, because it can still go up. How many times have you seen bearish divergence and it continue to go up and up and up, and then finally it rolls over and you're like, oh, you see the bearish divergence playing out. Finally. I just wait till it starts pulling. I know it's going to pull back. Same thing with it going up. You know, we have a nice dump. You know, there's a pretty good chance we're going to have divergence on some time frame. And what goes down is going to come up unless it's a rug pull. And then when it does come up, let's just say we have divergence, for argument's sake. Let's just say we have divergence. Price is like this. And the indicator is like this. Well, we have divergence. Okay. Let's say we have divergence. Doesn't matter the time frame. Let's say on the 4-hour time frame, how much percentage are we going to come down? I don't know. Okay, let's say on the daily time frame, same scenario. How much divergence? How much percentage is it going to come down? I don't know. It'll come down until it stops coming down to go up. Well, how do you know that? Well, because it happens all the time. And it'll pull back normally 38%, maybe 50%, sometimes the golden pocket. Whenever it's done pulling back, it'll stop. It'll create a pivot, potentially. Then we enter the trade. But one thing that I did when I first started was, man, divergence was going to be my golden goose, just golden eggs everywhere. Man, if I can spot divergence, that's going to be amazing. I actually had a notebook. I had a notebook that I wrote down the different, the only thing I did not put on there was the market cap. And now I didn't know about the market cap then, but I had the different time frames. I had the percentage of the actual move. I had the percentage of the actual divergence after it played out, and it didn't matter. And I did this for hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of trade, but definitely hundreds and hundreds of trades where I went back and I looked. Now, granted, bullish divergence, and this is what they don't tell you, all these fake gurus, bullish divergence gives you better results in a bullish market. Bearish divergence gives you better results in a bearish market. So knowing what market you're in tells you that, oh, well, this bearish divergence is going to play out longer, potentially, than a bullish divergence. However, I mean, if we're breaking level after level after level after level, it's going to come up, but then there's a pretty good chance that, especially if the market's bad, it'll keep on coming down. So that's my thought process. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Farcoin, pretty decent. Let's see here. Okay. Mario says, trading is not a predicting game. It's a reaction game. Exactly. In my opinion. Why people keep insisting that they can predict the market, accept reality. Yeah. You can't surf the wave. Yeah, man. I love that song too. I have a song that's called Surf the Wave. Was that you, Mario, that you mentioned that song? I have that song, and it's so, that was my intro. I love that song so much, but it's so true. Like, we never know what's going to happen. We never know. All we can do is react. And that's why I trade level by level. Granted, I see the bigger trend where even though we're trading level by level, we have a bigger projection to where the price action may eventually go to, but it can easily change at any moment. And that's why I believe we have to react as well. So yeah. Okay. Let me get some more drink. Man, back in the day, right now it's 3:00 in the morning on a Saturday. Back in the day, I'd be driving home right now. Man, I was so lucky. So many times. We got Jay in the house. Jay says, what would you say is most important, having a strategy for entries or pattern recognition? So here's the thing. In my opinion, I recommend learning everything. Now, granted, you can't learn everything at once, but find something, whether it's patterns, divergence, market structure, whatever it is, learn that, because people use that. And what we're doing is we're trading against other people. Now, for me personally, I do not use patterns. I see them. I do not use divergence. I see divergence. What I use is I use market structure. I use basically price, and I just kind of show it here. Price cannot go to this target without breaking this level. It's impossible. Price cannot go to this target or short or whatever without breaking this level. It's impossible. So what I do is I identify the trend first, and then depending on if it breaks this level, well, then more than likely it's coming down here. It doesn't mean that it has to. You know, and all these people that trade liquidity and everything else, and liquidity is built everywhere. And that's one thing that I don't understand. Like all these people who teach liquidity, they're like, perfect example right here. Let's go to a higher time frame, 12 hour. Let's go ahead and hide all this junk, just so we can see everything. Yep, what did I do? Oh, dang it. I don't know what I did. No sync globally. Let's take off that. I guess sync layout globally. I don't know. Layout, I guess. I don't know I don't know what I'm doing. So here we go. I don't know what that did. Okay. So let's just say, for example, you know, the people who teach liquidity, they show you, and we kind of went over this already, but they show you that the reason the price came down all the way here was to sweep the lows, blah, 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 to take all this liquidity. And then price comes up here, and then let's just say price comes up. Well, now they say, well, price is coming to take this liquidity. But if it's coming to take liquidity, why doesn't it come down, take this liquidity, and this liquidity, and this liquidity, and this liquidity? Why not? Well, because we're building liquidity up top. So what you're saying is there's liquidity up and down. Yes. Okay, so this doesn't matter. If we break this level, we might come for this. I don't know if we will. We might. We'll do whatever the market makers want. But once we realize that, then price comes down here. Okay, cool. Now the next level is this. Oh, but it stopped and now it broke this level. Well, guess what we're doing? More than likely, we're going to attack this level. And let's say we come up here, and then let's say we start coming down again. Okay, we're coming down here. Right now, we're in a range. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It can travel anywhere in this range. So I trade market structure. That's what I do. I look for all these levels, and that's how I trade. So hopefully that helps. But for me personally, I don't trade patterns. I mean, I see them, and sometimes they play out. Now, patterns also, same thing with divergence and everything else. A bullish pattern will play out better in a bullish market. A bearish pattern will play out better in a bearish market. There have been so many times in a bullish market where I have bearish divergence, saying that the price should come down. RSI is overbought. Let's say the RSI is at 90. Oh no, RSI is at 90. And we are overbought big time. And let's say we have bearish divergence. Let's say we have a bearish divergence. So bearish, Joe, you can spell it all out. Kind of. Bearish div. So this is telling me man, we should go down. Is that an arrow? Good Lord. Joe, draw. We should go down. Bearish div, we should go down. And there are plenty of times where I'll tell my group, hey guys, I'm entering the trade. We're going long. Yes, I do see bearish divergence on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minute, but here's our level. Oh my gosh. Here's our level. I see that it did this number and it broke above. We're entering the trade right now. If it does pull back, more than likely we're going to pull back to our 50% level and then continue up. And while everybody else is panicking and selling or not entering the trade, I'm in the trade. And sometimes it doesn't even pull back because we're in the market that's very bullish, continues coming up, and then pulls back. Oh, you see, there's our bearish divergence or whatever divergence. And I told you, Joe, okay, that's fine. I'm already in the trade. Here it goes and breaks this level. Boom, I add to my entry. And you're just entering now or just entering here once the RSI cools off. So that's why I don't do that. Okay, moving on. See, yes, price can still go up during a bearish divergence. I've seen that play out a lot. Yeah. So that's why I don't do it, man. And there'll be bearish divergence. And especially, oh man, like on the daily time frame. Joe, can you please get on with the list? Sorry, guys. Same thing with like a bit like on the daily time frame. Man, we have this beautiful bear. This is our price action. And then this is, okay, that's not it. This is our, on the daily. This is on the daily. And so we're looking for massive, in my opinion, well, before, I would think this, we're looking for massive divergence. Man, we're gonna come down significantly. And the price does this number. And so this is still, you know, whatever. And then finally, it comes down a little bit and then it starts going up. It's like, oh, really? Wow, we went 3% or 12%, depending on the coin. But yeah. Okay, moving on. I got to catch up on all this stuff. Sorry, guys. Risk management is the key. Yes, I believe it. I see that you're looking for trends and break of trends for support resistance levels. Yeah. Level by level, man. Because there's no way you can come up here without breaking this level or this level or this level. And each level that you break, it just makes it stronger for continuation until you're doing this number. You broke this level, great. 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 Until you start breaking the lows. Oh, we broke this level. Oh, we broke this level. Oh, we broke this level. Doesn't get any simpler than that. Or rather, not as complicated as that. So that's what I do. Yep, it was me. Surf the Waves. I love that song. That's my favorite song, dude. That's my favorite song. I play that a lot on my intros. Yep. It is mega what you have done with the song, buddy. Thank you, man. See here. I cringe when I see bottom reversal patterns apply to tops and vice versa. Gurus, yeah. They're ridiculous. Mario says divergence between 9 bars, 20 bars, 40 bars. What time frame? Where? When? Yeah. Let's see here. And I even use any divergence or patterns is just to go against it, as I know people will be doing the opposite. Yeah. So it's very important to understand how traders will trade. And then I just trade the levels. But yeah, and it's so funny too. Like, and I've joined groups, I've done all this stuff just to kind of see what they do, like behind the scenes. And there was one guy where, and I like the dude, he's good, everything. There was one time they were doing a Discord private screen share type thing. And of course, you know, all these gurus, they have this type of scenario where they're like, oh, you know, we want to go long here. We want to do this right here. And this is going to be our target. And then, you know, then we also have this right here, you know, in case it breaks down, you know, we'll do, if it comes down here, you know, we'll do this right here, blah, blah. And then here's our target. And they'll have like 3 of these. It's like, dude, like, you're not telling me when to enter. But what I do is I show you the exact moment when to enter. I give you, like, there is zero confusion, because what they like to do is they like to blame you. Not saying that this person does, but they like to blame you for not entering the right way. For me, I say enter the break of this level, or I'll say enter now. Add on 15-minute candle close above this exact level. There is zero confusion when I show you how I'm trading. Again, none of this is financial advice. And then if we find one that is ready for a trade, like I tell you exactly how to enter, there is zero chance for you to misinterpret my thought process. However, all these other gurus, like they do this number and this number, and then they'll like, oh, we nailed it, you know, on this one, and they'll delete this one. It's like, I don't think so. Let's see here, what else? Oh yeah, so I asked him, I said, so like, when do you enter? Because he's doing all these time frames, 1 minute, 3 minute, 15 minute, 7 minute, you know, all these different time frames. And I asked him, I said, so what time frame do you enter for your confirmation or whatever? He's like, well, I really don't use a time frame. It's more of, you know, the momentum of the move. I said, dude, that's what I trade. I trade the momentum, I trade the strength. So I know exactly what you're talking about, but you need a time frame. Like, what time frame are you entering? Well, it's more like whatever I see. And he completely avoided the question. I was like, oh, I'll be removing myself from the group. I didn't tell him that, but I'm a procrastinator. So like 8 months later, I remove myself from the group finally. Let's see. Let me get some water. 1 second. All right. The market is open 24/7, so is our chance to mess up. Yep. Unless we actually got a plan and stop losses. Yep. 100%. I agree. See, Mario says people need to remember many indicators redraw. Yes. Oh my gosh. Dude, I was so happy when I found an indicator that gave me a green dot. I was like, yes, I entered it. And then the green dot went away. He's like, what? What just happened? And then show up again. Oh, good. Then it'll go away. And then do a red dot. Oh, man, are you kidding me? Man, I lost so much money. I didn't know how to trade at that time. Meaning they will alter positions. Yeah, but if you look in hindsight, this is where all these hindsight hustlers come in. When you look at hindsight, green dot went up, red dot went down, green dot went. I was like, you think it's a perfect indicator? Then you're trading and actively trading as it's happening. And this is why I show you in the moment of the trade versus after the fact. There are so many people out there that'll spend 15, 20 minutes telling you what already happened, what levels already hit, where it tapped and where this and this and got rejected, but they don't show me what might happen. If you notice all of my stuff that I do, I use the path tool so that I show you what I think might happen. And then I do a plan A, plan B. And usually my path tool is spot on. Usually. There are times where they're completely off the track, like wrong. Can you imagine if they were spot on all the time, how rich I would be? I'm not there yet. But I mean, you'll see it too. Like all these drawings that I do, the more you watch my channel, the more you see, and the more that you go back to these coins, you'll see it's like, oh man, like I asked this one 3 days ago. I'm asking about it now. The path tool that he used, pretty much spot on. That's what I do. I see Mario says all the stop loss and take profits are dynamic. I will adjust them as the market dynamics change. I never use fixed. Hey, there you go. Very cool. All right. So we did that one. Oh, we have a lot more. Okay. So the ones that we have left, and if you are still here, please let me know which ones you want. We have this one, Cetus. We have Cubic, and I know people may have left already. We have Brett's, we have Mana, and we have Grass. If you want these, let me know. Re-put them in the chats. If you want these, let me know, because we are running really, really late. This is a very long show, man, 2 hours already. But if the people who requested these are not here, I understand, and we won't do them if, well, they're not here. So if you are here and you want them, let me know. I'm happy to do them for you. That's good. Mana, first one. Let's go. All right. So let's do Mana. Mana. Okay. Mana, looking good. Let's go to a daily time frame. Okay, very nice retracements. Okay. Brett, you're short. Awesome. So we'll do that one again. So we have Mana. We have Brett. Yeah, I know. I've been taking a long time today. Sorry. It's nuts. Joe, you're not getting paid today. What? No, come on, man. So we have, yep, here. Yep. So we have this zone. And then let's actually put on the mid-level, midline. We can see that it's respecting it really, really nice. Look at that. Bingo, bango. I love it. Okay. So right now we're at the very bottom of the range. Would I enter this trade? Sure, why not? Let's go for it. Joe, you're drunk. Am I really? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and lower the opacity on this so we can actually see the chart. How's that? How's that for beginners? Okay. Do I think it's going to pull back? I sure do. But Joe, you just said enter. No, I didn't. Hold on. Wait for it. I think we're going to pull back to about here. Then come up. Right now we did our... So this is actually our decision point. Are we going to now attack this? Possible. Or are we going to come down? Say from here, attack this. Maybe bounce here. Or come down here. Joe, you got a lot of ifs, ands, ors, or buts. Sure do. Because we never know what's going to happen. So we'll do this right here. And got to react. Okay. But I do think we're going to go down, though. I think we're going to go down at least to this area. Could we enter the trade? Sure, why not? What is the... it's only 4%. I think it's going to go down. Now, if the market tanks, this is what we have to be worried about. Bitcoin, if the market tanks, then I'm pretty sure it's going to take the entire market with it. I do like this because it's at the bottom of the range. So that's one thing I do like. Go to the 1 hour time frame once again. Okay, we have this really, really tight area here that I do believe will break. So I do think we're going to break the 0.2781. We do have a lower high, which is fine. It came down here, perfectly bounced. I think what we're going to do here, and of course, this is the internal structure versus the external. This is more of the ups and downs. I think we're going to come up to about here, come down, do this, then start doing all this number. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I think will happen. And we'll get our little bounce right here. Now, of course, I don't know what will happen. If I did, I'd be a millionaire. Come down a little lower. Now, right here. I'm going to take off this midline. I think we're going to get a bounce right here. So what I would do is I would actually set an alert above the box. I'm actually going to set the alert. Set the alert above the box. And once the alert goes off, that doesn't mean to enter. That just means to wait for the price to go underneath the alert. Then you reposition the alert above the price action so that when the alert goes off again, now's a really good opportunity to potentially enter the trade. Do I think it'll go up from here? I mean, it could. Anything can happen. If it does, I would want it to break above this level. So here's our level. We'll put this one in white. And we'll also put this one in white. Just to make everything simple. We will also put we'll put an alert up here. We're going to do add alerts, and we're actually going to do the alert here. And then for this one, I would need the 1 hour candle to close above this level. Could you enter right now? Yes, of course. So it's going to be the 1 hour. You could enter right now. However, I do think that we have a very high chance of pulling back before going up. Not only that, but I do think that if Bitcoin does pull back, I think it's going to pull the market. So again, for me personally, I wouldn't enter right now. Now, if let's say price, it came down, it came up, it came down, and we were barely right here, sure, we get into the trade. Hopefully, we can get something before Bitcoin potentially pulls everything back. But since we already went up a lot for this move, then sideways, then up, and then barely retraced, and then up and broke this next level, right now it's just too high risk for me to enter right now. hopefully that helps. So we did mana. Okay, this is awesome. Thanks, Joe. You're very welcome. Brett. Okay, so let's do Brett. So let's go, Brett. Joe, we could have been in this short long time ago, man. You're I mean, I like it. 15 minutes. I just think it was very high risk entering. You probably entered here, which I mean, you're great. But for me, it's just too high risk. I would need for it to break this level. Actually, this level for me to enter. This will be catching the top, which is awesome. You can brag to all your friends on X and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I would need for it to break this level. Because it could find, I don't think it will. It could find support here, right where it's at, come up here, then start doing this number. And then, whoop, I don't want to see that for you. I really don't, but this is what could happen. So for me personally, I would set an alert right here. Set alerts. And then we'll actually do this in the center. We'll do this. And then once the alert goes off, I have to make sure the 15-minute candle closes underneath this level. And then if so, now I can enter the trade. If it closes like this, I can't enter because it might start coming up. Let's see here. Chris says, you the man. No, you the man. Appreciate you. Hopefully I didn't short early. No, I mean, it's aggressive. It's very aggressive. However, higher risk, higher reward. But in my opinion, it's too early. Now, everybody has different risk management or risk tolerance. And you may, you know, be very successful in your higher risk trades. And if you are, keep on doing what you're doing. But if you start like losing more than you would like, then what I would recommend is just wait a little bit so you can get that confirmation. And a confirmation would be, if you're doing a short, the break of this low, not this one, because this one is so close to it. Candle close has to be underneath this. And because again, it could bounce. And people could be continuing because it's been bullish. So here's the thing too. Like whenever we're looking at this, we're looking, let's just kind of run through this one. Just kind of really quick. Let's see here. Rodog says, wow, that's the first time I've seen mana since the bear. Yeah, I haven't seen mana in a long time too. See, hey, Fleet's still here. Fleet says, better plays like Brett track the layer one. Hey, there you go. All right, so let's just look at Brett for a potential, how we would have played it. Now, granted, just because I see what happened, that doesn't dictate on what I would say, what I would do. I show you what I would have done in the moment of the trade versus what already happened. So let's just say we're looking at this. Price coming down, coming down. Would I enter here high risk for a long? I'm looking more for a short, but I see that all these, what I'm looking for, break of this, too short. And let's just say we happen to see it right here. This is where we happen to see it. But we see that we missed this. Man, we missed this. Here's level 1. Here's level 2. Here's level 3. And all these are levels of just confirmation that, you know, more than likely it's going to continue down until it starts breaking up. For a short, we want to have these breaks. For a long, we want to have these breaks. Doesn't break the highs, breaks the lows. Okay, that's short. Doesn't break the highs, doesn't break the highs, doesn't break the highs. Oh, it broke the high. Broke the high. Would I enter? Would I enter? It's really iffy. So like this whole move right here, we're starting to come back up into the golden pocket. No, let me just drop. Let's do a higher time frame. Let's go magnet tool. So this would have been the low. Oh, and it is too. Man, came right to it. How greedy these dumb market makers, man. Okay. So here it's coming down, coming back into the golden pocket. Nice candle body. What did I have entered that trade? That's tough. I'm gonna say yes. I'd enter. High risk. High risk just because like here it's starting potentially the trend change. And I'm looking over here. You know, this already took this. We could come back for this, but hopefully the market makers aren't as greedy. Nice little range. What's the percentage of this range? 3%. Okay. Oh, man. So this is what I would think might happen. Granted, we know what happened, but I'm thinking we might do this. So what we would do is we would enter here, and then we would add here. Stop loss would be about here. Sure enough, as soon as we enter, boom, stop loss. Dang it. Oh, well. What am I going to short? Not really. Just because, well, we might only come down to here. And we just got stopped out. Any moment now, if it breaks this level, we enter along. I'll wait. Then, price comes down. Ends up taking this, which I'm surprised. Comes up, starts doing this number, start coming up. Am I going to enter? I'm going to wait till it breaks this level. Wait till it breaks this level. Price comes down. Nice. You know, underneath the 618, which is a little dangerous. Oh, let me show you. So underneath the 618, which is a little dangerous, because what could happen is, well, price could come all the way down, come up, and then from here come down, and then do the same thing that it did here. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the break of this. So it breaks this level. It went straight up, though. Man, I'm not entering this. Because now I'm expecting it to pull back here. About here. 50% / golden pocket. Oh, let me just from here. So now I'm looking at I'm looking at only this leg. I'm not looking at the whole thing. I'm only looking at this leg to see where it might retrace to. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm looking like right into the golden pocket. It only retraced to the 382, which is pretty good, you know, here. So now I'm entering. Here, I'm entering right here. I'm entering right here. And then I'm adding once it breaks this. This is how I would trade this trade. And I already got stopped out once. I thought here was the bounce. But this is how I trade level by level. And I don't want it to break this level. I don't want it to break this level. And here my stop loss will be down here. Because I don't want it to, if it breaks this level, more than likely it's going to do this. Boop, and then maybe start coming up again. And then I just try it again. Depending on how close these are, then that's what I would into. Hopefully that makes sense. Jay's in the house. Jay says, I took a short on Sui at 3.28 earlier today. Still in the trade. Take profit, 305, 310. We'll do like your opinions. Okay, cool. We'll do that one. So, oh yeah, we looked at Brett. Oh, Brett for a short. Brett for a short. Okay, we went over this one. I would have my alert here just because it could bounce. There may be still bullishness to it. So I personally, I'd be careful. My stop loss would be about 4%, 4.5%. If I entered here or wherever I entered, for me, my stop loss would be here. Now let's go to a 15-minute time frame. Kind of zoom in. So what we don't want to do, actually, I would set my stop loss lower. Depending on how much leverage I have, because what I don't want is, I don't want the price to come up here, which would be good for this leg, come down and then come up, because now once it breaks this level, there's a really high chance I'm gonna get stopped out. So I would put my stop loss right here at 0.05456. That's where I do my stop loss. Because I don't want, because if it breaks this pivot, very strong chance it's going to come up, break this level. And we can check on it too if that happens. Let's see here. So we did that one. So the next one is SUI. So let's look at SUI. So no more chart requests. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions. But don't ask questions on a chart, if that makes sense. You can ask questions on trading, but not on the chart. Because this will be the last chart coming up. SUI. Okay. Oh, took a short. Okay, I like it. So here we go. I took a short on SUI. And let's go ahead and put, I like it. So we're in this range. We're in this range, and we actually broke out of the range. That's why I like it. But let's go ahead and label this and coordinates 2, 8. Okay. So, ooh. Oh man, you entered way up here. So you pretty much did what Elephant did, entering like the very top. So that's, man, that's, to me, this is too high risk for me. I would have had to wait for the break of this, but say for the break of this. Definitely the break of this, adding to the break of this. Once we have 50-minute kind of close underneath it. And then it came here doing this, and it closed underneath this, which is good. And kind of same scenario, adding when it breaks this level. Let's see, take profit 305. Oh man, risk reward is nuts. Good Lord. Okay, so where would I have my targets? Let's say I did enter there. Man, that's crazy. So my first target, depending on where your stop loss is at and everything else. So what's your stop loss? Is your stop loss like 4% without leverage? Is your stop loss like 4%, 2%? What's your stop loss? Let me know. And if you haven't already, definitely smash the like, guys. This like does help support the channel. Drink some water while you're doing that. All right. Very good. Let's see here. So for me, it depends on where your stop loss is at, but one of my targets would be here. I'm gonna do Alt J. There's where my target would be. My next target would be right. I don't think we'll go lower than this. Oh no, don't like those numbers. So these will be my targets. And not sure where your stop loss is. Jay, talk to me, man. I know there's a delay, but talk to me. Let's just say, for example, you had your stop loss right here. So that's a pretty good risk reward. I'm trying to think of any reasons for bullishness. And this was a really nice run up, sideways, run up, sideways, break of the level, then break of this level. Stop loss break even right now, trailing price action stay problem. Nice, smart man. Yeah, and that's a smart move too, putting your stop loss right here. That's what I was going to say, you know, have your stop loss right here, because if it breaks this level, there's a really strong chance it's going to come back for this level, and that's where you'll get stopped out. And then who knows, it may continue running up. Yeah. All right, guys. That is it for me. We went 2.5 hours. Oh my gosh. And I did a previous stream earlier today. For those of you who do not know, I go live every single day, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4. I do bonus streams normally around 12 midnight, 1 o'clock, sometimes 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, sometimes 7 in the evening. So make sure the notification bell is on. If you're brand new here, definitely smash the like, subscribe to the channel. My goal is to get rich with you, not because of you. Do I have a group? I sure do, but you do not need to join the group to learn how to trade. You learn how to trade here. I show you how to trade every single day. Ask me questions, I will show you. Ask me about chart setups, I will show you. Of course, you know, in the group, we do exact prices, when to enter, moving up stop losses, detailed videos. We go over all that stuff. Can you learn faster in the group? Yes, of course. Do you need the group? Nope. Sure don't. Ask me here. That's why I always encourage questions. I want to teach you how to fish. I'm not like everybody else who says, oh, I can't tell you that. That's in the VIP, or that's in the premium, or that's in the whatever. Nah, man. Like, I don't need to get rich off of you. I really don't. So, in my opinion, I would prefer to show you how to trade. You make money. You're like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. Let me go ahead and join his group so that I can leverage my time, because I'm in these charts all day. I mean, look, it's almost 4 in the morning and I'm doing charts. This is what I do all day long. I don't party. I don't drink. I just chart. So this is what I do. If you want to leverage your time, join the group. If you want to have exact entries with stop losses and moving up stop losses and everything else, we do a lot in the group. If you're curious, if you're only curious, no sales pressure because I have nothing to sell you. If you're curious, send me a message, trade_intuition. I have a welcome video that explains the group in great detail. And if you like it, join it. If you don't, you're just curious, fine. I don't follow up. I don't do any of that stuff. Again, if you want it, it's there. That's all I got. Let's see here. Jay says, thanks for the bell curve when choosing. Let's see. Thinking of the bell curve when choosing that take profit. Thinking of the bell curve. Don't know what that is, but good. Levi says, thanks for hosting, bro. Always uplifting and insightful. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. All right, so now let's see what not to do by watching a fake guru that just does patterns out of nowhere. In order to have a trend line, you need multiple touches. This guy, he draws trend lines out of thin air. So let's all make fun of him in the chat, the chat. So let's go ahead and watch this fake guru. I call this one the scammy cup in handy. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. My name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition, where I truly do want to get rich with you, not because of you. And thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. As always, let's make this money.
They selling dreams but never back it up. Talk a big game but never stack it up. If you ask the wrong question, they acting all tense. Cause deep down, they know they lack common sense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Fake gurus won't teach you less you pay that fee. They ain't trading, just selling some false belief. They got echo chambers all filled with clones. Not in agree, don't think on your own. Asking real questions, watch them get mad. Talking circles when they don't understand. Tricking new traders with hype and some lies, showing rented cars, flexing fake lifestyles. Fake gurus won't teach you, gotta pay to play. Acting like pros, but they trading in replay. Don't ask questions, they dodge and deflect, cause it might just expose what they don't know yet. Echo chambers, just hype and noise. Tricking new traders with rented toys. Trade intuition keeps it real, no flex, just facts. Trade intuition, put the truth on the track. They promise riches, they promise gold, but where's the proof? They never show. Just a flashy site, a paid group. Same old scam, man. You know the name that rhymes with scam. They don't trade, they just post receipts. Screenshots cropped so you can't see the heat. Acting like bosses, acting like kings, but without their sign-ups, they ain't got a thing. Fake gurus won't teach you, gotta pay to play. Acting like pros, but they trading in replay. Don't ask questions, they dodge and deflect, cause it might just expose what they don't know yet. Echo chambers, just hype and noise. Tricking new traders with rented toys. Trade intuition keeps it real, no flex, just facts. Trade intuition, put the truth on the track. They don't want you to think, they just want your cash. Feed feeding you lies so their pockets get fat. But trade intuition is here to change that, to show you the way. With daily live streams, not a dream. Forget the noise, focus on skill, price action's the key. That's how you build, keep it simple, no magic plan. Just patience, discipline, a real trader's stand. Yeah. No flex in here, I don't need to pretend. No rented cars, just charts and trends. You wanna grow, then put in the grind. Forget the scams, develop your mind. No shortcuts, no magic key, just risk control and strategy. Trade intuition teaches for free. Live streams on deck while they just sell you dreams and a false success. Fake gurus won't teach you, gotta pay to play. Acting like pros, but they trading in replay. Don't ask questions, they dodge and deflect, cause it might just expose what they don't know yet. Echo chambers, just hype and noise. Tricking new traders with rented toys. Trade intuition keeps it real, no flex, just facts. Trade intuition, put the truth on the track. Yeah, don't let them trick you. Don't get scammed. Watch out for the scammy cup and handy.
That's right, guys. Watch out for that scammy cup and handy. You know the name that rhymes with scam. I love that part. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Take care.